Next up in the workroom,
More than meets the eye.
Hey guys, welcome back. Apparently Optimus Prime was such a popular figure for me to paint that I've actually had requests to do another Transformer. So, who am I to argue? I've kept the same shirt on, got rid of the facial hair today. But so what we're going to do is we're going to do Starscream. What do you say about that? Now this is one of the guys that was actually requested to have done. So sure, why not? Let's get the old paint brushes and stuff out and let's do Starscream. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a look on the old phone right here, and we are going to make sure that we are getting the colors in the right places. Now, I mean, we know that he's red and blue and gray, a little bit of black, some silver. But let's just double check and make sure that we are putting them where we're going to put them. And what we're going to do is we're going to use the kind of the cartoon version of them. So what we're going to do is right there. So that's what we're going to go off of right there. I think that'll be quite awesome. Now, like I said, these guys come from WizKids. They're the deep cuts miniatures. They're already pre-primed with Vallejo primer. And since Starscream is almost this exact color, hold on, just one second. There we go. There we go. Since it's pretty much that exact color, we're just going to go straight in and paint them. Bam! Like that. We're not going to bother with a whole lot of extra priming. Now, I don't have a fancy base for him yet. Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean that I don't want to get one. Doesn't mean that I won't get one. It just means that I don't have one right now. But that's okay, because I have places to grab onto the miniature at the moment that will allow me to move around the miniature without wrecking the paint job. Now, I mean, I could put him on the base that he comes with, and he comes with the same base that Optimus Prime came with, which was just the black flat disc. Not, it allows you to build your own scenic base, I guess, and he does fit quite nicely on it. But it's not really where I want to go. Since we did such a nice base on the Prime, and there he is, Optimus Prime. Bow, bow, bow. There you are. You know, there's his kind of fancy scenic base that I put him on. Anyway, that's Prime. So now we're going to go on and we're going to do Starscream. Now, I do also have Megatron, but I think I'll just do Megatron on my own. So for those of you out there who's requested Starscream, there you are. One Starscream miniature that I am going to work on. And I put my brush aside, and now I've kind of lost it. That's okay. If you guys were wondering what I was doing, I was thinking that this was in fact my correct brush, but I was just checking for wetness because I was just using it to get out the paints. And guess what? It was wet, so it was the one that I was using. Okay. So what we're doing is we're getting into the body. And we're just going to block out some of the prime colors. Now get Starscream on his way. Now I'm starting off, being actually a little neater than I would, mostly because, well, I want to try and use the primer that's already here because it's actually a good body color. But if not, I've got grays. I got light grays that should work. It may not be exactly Starscream gray, but it'll be close. Now, see, my red's a little too watery right now, but that's okay. You can fix that. Well, and I hope that during this wonderful pandemic thing that we're going through right now, that everybody is trying their best to stay safe, practice their social distancing, and so on and so forth, and really only going out when they gotta go out. Thankfully for me, I don't have to go out a whole lot. Everything that I need is right here. I mean, I got my paint pit right here. I got everything that I need. I got Netflix, I got Crave, I got video games, I got miniatures, tons and tons of miniatures. So if I'm not reviewing stuff for you guys, I'm working on my own projects. I'm good. But if there's anybody out there, any companies out there that would like for me to review their miniatures or even review their miniature painting, their miniature hobbying products, not just painting, but hobbying products, I would absolutely love to do so. So probably what we're going to do with old Starscream here is once we get the base colors down, we are actually going to take a bit of a wash on him. I might do a pin wash or I might do a full wash. I haven't quite decided yet. Pin wash is where you're basically just applying wash directly to the panel lines, and you're trying your very best to not get anywhere else. Whereas a full wash is basically putting it everywhere. Everywhere you go. Right now, as you can see, I'm working up the red. And again, trying to be as neat as I can, because I actually like the gray that Vallejo or that WizKids primed him in for his gray. But if I mess up and I gotta change it, yeah, so be it. I got grays that I think will look fantastic for him. So you can see, I've missed the small corner. I don't know if it'll focus. Let me see if I can get it in there. Focus. There we go. You can see I've missed a small corner on the back there, and the lighter colored primers make all your mistakes, make all of your parts that you've missed stand right out. You're just like, oh my goodness, can't believe I missed that. Or, oh, I have to get it deeper into the crevices because I don't want it to show up. And unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, that's one of the reasons why I don't like working off of a white primer. I personally like being able to hide places that I've missed. It's quite nice. That's one of the reasons why I work off black. But I decided to give it a try on the white because with the light colored gray that they've primed Starscream in, because why not? Always growing, always learning a new skill. Just because you're comfortable in one way doesn't mean that you can't learn how to do a different way. You just might find out that the other way is not as horrible as you think it is. Now, some places are on this miniature. Yeah, I'm already, I'm going over, and it's going to have to be colored in a different color. Like the jet turbines, which are his kind of like his pecs here. They will be a kind of a gray or a silver. But right now, they're just going to get the red treatment. Because I can't. And it looks to me like I'm going into the other grays for tidying. Because I got paint where I shouldn't have got paint. Well, got red where I shouldn't have got red. But that's okay. So as much as I would have liked to have kept him nice and clean, and with the other color, looks like that's no longer viable. But that's okay. Like I said, I've got light colored grays, and I think they will look amazing on Starscream. Now, being that these are one, single piece miniatures, or at least pre-assembled miniatures, I cannot really take them apart to get into the small nooks and crooks and crannies, but that's okay. Now, since I've decided to do the other grays and not keep him necessarily the color that the primer that I was hoping to keep him, I can be a little less tidy with him because, well, I'm going over the grays anyway. Which, come to think of it, is actually probably a really good idea anyway. Tidies it up, allows me to wash it, do highlights, all that kind of good stuff. And again, I have to just give a quick kudos and shout out to WizKids. I've actually been thoroughly enjoying the miniatures that they have. Their deep cuts and their Nullzor's. I can't remember the name. I'm so horrible. I bet you guys out there who are watching, you guys will know the names, and I'm sorry that I didn't remember the name, but Nullzor's Marvelous Miniatures. Those are the. See, thinking. Just because I don't remember it right away doesn't mean I won't remember it. Boop. A little bit of water. Get some more red. My Games Workshop brushes are. Some of them are near the end of their life cycle. It's time to either get new brushes or something anyway. Oh, light colored primer. Showing me all the spots that I haven't painted. But that's okay. To be fair, I really haven't seen the back of Starscream, but Just kind of going on how the figure is, and deciding what's red and what's not red. Oh, jeez. There we go. You know, and actually right now, not having Starscream on a base, it's a little bit easier to manipulate and work more around. But we'll figure out a base for him. Because that's what I do. I was actually thinking about maybe seeing if I had a old Warhammer 40,000 Dreadnought base that was, you know, just kicking around that I wasn't doing anything with. And if that was the case, well, boom, right there. I think that would make a nice base for him. Now you can still add a little bit of extra stuff. You know, I like Prime's base. Prime's base was just ready to roll right out of the package. Just prime it, paint it, and you're done. Okay, so let's go back to the old phone here. Make sure that we're getting all the red that we need to get. There we are there. So we have the torso, and yeah, sorry for the reflection, guys. So we have the torso and the hips. All right. So it looks like I am at least done for the moment in blocking in the red. Boom. Actually, sorry, no, there is a little bit of red, but I'm going to have to do a little bit more precision painting on that one. And that one is the red on the wings. Some of it's going to be really hard to get into. Some of it will be okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to a thinner brush, or at least a newer brush. And we're going to try and get some of that red on the wings before our time is up. What's this one's character? Let's try this one. Now this brush is from Army Painter. Let's see if there it is, Army Painter. And it is the character brush. So, you know, I'm spreading my wings, trying out different companies' brushes, seeing how it works, how they work. Now, what's nice about this is that the lining for Starscream has already... I don't have to try and freehand it. Basically, they've kind of cut the lines into the wings, which is nice. So again, thank you. It makes lining a heck of a lot easier. And hopefully I can keep it tidy. You know what? I kind of like this character brush right off the hop. It's allowing me to keep fairly decent, concise lines. It keeps a nice tip. The hard part is getting behind his gun, but we'll find a way. We always find a way. Hobbyists always get a workaround. Huh. Sometimes the old slinger even surprises himself. And how well things can go. Okay, so we'll need a little bit of tidying up, but there's at least the first line on the wing. We're going to go and try and get the second one. Second one going here. There we go. Now he's beginning to look like Starscream. Now we know who this bad dude is. This guy who's always trying to take over the Decepticons, take them away from Megatron. Keep the paint wet so it flows well. The hard part, I guess, is going to be the bend in the there we are. Okay. As our time is nearly up, we're just going to take a quick look what we've got done so far. And we will leave it at that. Okay, so what we've done is we've done part of the red, or most of the red, and we haven't done the stripes on the back yet, but that's okay. Boom, there he is, Starscream, the want-to-be leader of the Decepticons, but keeps getting knocked down by Megatron. Okay, so again, with the situation that's going on in the world today, stay safe, stay home. Only go outside if you have to go outside. I want to thank you very much, and please stay safe, paint safe, and we'll see you in the workshop.